Dirt roads to rock crawling, two-buck chuck to screaming eagle, moonshine to 50-year-old single malt. We talk about it all here on Wheelin' Wine and Whiskey with your hosts, Jason and Chris.
Welcome to the Wheelin' Wine and Whiskey podcast, episode 321 in the Ruby Trap studio. Chris, how you doing?
I'm doing really well, Jason. How are you tonight?
Don't ask. All right, next question. So, we have special guest here in the studio.
Yes, we do.
No strangers to the podcast. Nope. Absolute innovators. Just cutting edge technology that they're developing here. And, we like to, as you say, Chris, the bleeding edge. We like to stay on the bleeding edge of things here in all things four-wheel drive related. So, without further ado, let's introduce our guest, Scott and Matt from Portal Pros. How's that for an intro?
Excellent.
Yeah. We feel very loved, I think.
Yes. We reciprocate here. You guys, I think you were the first podcast, right? This was the first podcast that you guys announced that you were doing all this. And so we've had you on a few times. So we're loyal. We're loyal like a Labrador, So we're excited to have you guys back on and make some announcements here. So
we got to catch up. We got to catch up to Ultra 4 Jones. See if we.
That's
can,
right. That's
hit
right.
The record.
Yeah, where are we on the
for Amber?
I don't know.
We're pretty far down.
You're pretty far down. Pretty far down. But I think
we can work on that. I think
Ultra 4 Jones is gaining back on Amber, so I think he might have the lead here if he's on the podcast one more time. So we'll see.
Right.
Anyways, yeah. Well, all right, guys. So what's happening? What's crack-a-lacking with the Portal Pros?
Oh man. Well, we're going from the this is all a fun science experiment where we get to make some stuff and break it, and now we're transitioning to being a real business where we're going to sell products.
Wow,
which is nerve-wracking.
You're going to have a brick and mortar store, with a mural on the window, and people can walk in and walk out with portals.
If someone wants to come to my garage, I'll open up the door and you can walk in, and we can walk out with portals. Yeah,
it'll be official when they have a Portal Pro calendar with Portal Pro girls on it.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, just gonna be Matt and I in a bikini.
Oh, yikes!
Okay, that just cuts your sales right there, guys. I don't know who you're trying to market to, but that's not the right group.
It's an ultra niche group.
I'm not really good at marketing. I've gotten better over the years, kind of by trial by fire, but I can assure you that is not going to help your marketing there. No offense.
Ouch.
No offense. Just by the clientele that I know that our podcast is. Right on. Well, that's good. Good times. So, okay, let's
reel it in.
Off the rails already.
I'm trying to reel it in, but we could have like the Portal Pro prostitutes, the 12 prostitutes. If we really want to go there, guys, let me help you out. Let's go to the other extreme. Okay.
Jason, I think we need to redefine what you mean by reel it in.
Okay.
Right.
All right. That was me reeling it. And I'm not even drinking right now.
Exactly. So
I'm sober.
I'm going to reel it in. Since the last time you gentlemen were on the show, what have you been up to? Have you had any fun? Have you been playing? Have you been working just nonstop banging and clanging, as I like to say? Have you been out on the trails? What have you been up to since you were last on the show?
Yeah, I've certainly been out on the trails. I don't remember exactly when it was, like in terms of the runs that I've been doing, but I think I personally have been on the Rubicon 4 times. Matt's been like once or twice. We've also been on what's it called, Fordyce. So this summer has just been High Sierra wheeling nonstop, trying to break as much stuff as we can and succeeding at that. I think, and then we've also hit a few events. So part of those runs were like Jeepers Jamboree, Sierra Trek.
Right.
So we've been trying to hit events, and then just anytime any club or any group is out there and we can get involved, we're there. So like the Sierra Rock Crawlers do their 31 run, we went and joined that. There was like Crawl Magazine, those guys do what were you say, Jason?
Sorry. So you had 31s, but portals cheating.
Yeah. I think that was one of the silliest or maybe most fun events. So Sierra Rock Crawlers, I hadn't hung out with them before, but they're super fun to hang out.
I've been wanting to do that run.
Oh, it's hilarious. So yeah, these guys like take trailer tires or whatever junk tires that they can find, put them on their buggies or rock crawlers, whatever, and they're 31-inch tires. And so what's funny is like, okay, for us, the portals, we still have a reasonable amount of ground clearance, right? So like, actually, we were comparing to one of the guys that was out there with 40-inch tires on Dana 60 axles, and even with that setup, I had more ground clearance under the diff with 31-inch tires.
Nice.
So it's pretty
How
pretty
great
wild.
Is that?
So yeah, in terms of wheeling, it wasn't. It made it harder because like you don't roll over stuff, but you don't exactly get hung up. Whereas these guys with 31-inch tires and 14 bolts, practically dragging on the ground without going over rocks.
Right.
Bashing a lot of metal, that's for sure.
But I don't think there was a single other one that drove up from San Jose on their 31-inch tires like we did.
Wow, that's great. That's
great gas mileage, though.
Well, yeah, and I mean, what a great way to showcase your product too. To go on a run like that where everybody's banging diffs and you guys are still, clearing most of the stuff. That's great. And then I did open up the Crawl magazine today. I just got it in the mail, and saw you guys in there. The Portal Pros Jeep. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So we talked to John Herrick, the owner of Crawl. I got in contact through, I don't know, I was at another show or whatever. Anyway, I talked to him on the phone, and he was like, yeah, man, July, we're going out for Rubicon. I'm like, I'll be there. Let's do it. And that was all of like, I think I was up there Monday to Wednesday, and the week after on Thursday was Jeepers Jamboree. So It was funny being out there, and people were like, so, how often are you up here? When's your next run? I was like, what day is it? Tuesday? I'll be here next Thursday.
First world problems, right?
Yeah.
On the Rubicon consecutive weeks.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
I never realized that I actually could get tired of wheeling and camping.
Right.
Turns out.
You got to a point where you were complaining about it, and I was like, you could stop. Like, I'm at work, so you could shut up about it.
So you didn't get to go and join all these reindeer games, huh, man?
I got to go on the nice weekend runs. We went to Jeepers Jamboree and Sierra Trek and stuff, but I missed out on all, 4 or 5 times on the Rubicon over the summer, which which is a bummer, but it is what it is. Scott seemed to have plenty of fun.
Well, I mean, obviously, you guys want to be out there so that the people can see your product in action, and that's important, right?
Totally. And the other thing is, like, I was kind of joking about breaking stuff, but we are still, running our prototypes and still trying to tease out, are there any other areas that we need to improve the design, weak points or anything like that? And we actually did find one at Jeepers Jamboree. We were about, I don't know, what do you think, Matt? Like at Ellis Creek or something, maybe a little past that. And we started hearing a clicking out of the back left. And we're like, well, everything's still driving fine. It's just clicking once in a while. It's kind of intermittent too. They're like, we just keep going. And then that was Thursday. We made it from there all the way to Rubicon Springs. So whatever that is, 5-6 miles. And then we were at the vendor show, and we noticed some oil dripping out of the back of one of the portals. And we're like, oh, okay, well, we're at the vendor show. We don't want to be, like taking things apart right in front of everyone. So we're like just wiping it up as time goes on. It's a little bit more oil, whatever. And then we pulled over after went over and kind of hid away from the big crowd at Jeepers Jamboree. And because there's like 1,200 or 1,500 people or whatever. You can't exactly. We weren't able to completely be by ourselves, but we found a small group of volunteers towards the tail end of the group that were like, yeah, come hang out, fix the stuff. So we started pulling it apart, and we actually found that our the output flange where the wheel mounts to was like broken in half. So we have a video on it to explain a little bit more, but it basically is where the output flange goes into the output bearing, and then there's a shoulder that steps up as you kind of work your way towards where the lug studs go in.
Right.
And it just sheared right at that point, right at the step there. So we, it was like 3 days after we had sent money for our first order to kick off, and we're like, oh shit, we need pause. We can't go forward with this design. So like that was that Saturday, and then Sunday night, I'm researching, can we get bigger bearings? Can we fit things in it? How do we redesign this to make it work? And so that ended up delaying us like maybe 6 weeks on our first order. But we designed it we changed the design, so it's probably about twice as strong now. And then we also changed from a carbon steel to an alloy steel, so fatigue resistance should be better, and yada. It's going to be way better. It's going to be way stronger, and we won't have to worry about that. And we're very glad we found it when we did, as opposed to like now when we're pretty deep into it. So.
Right. Yeah, it was kind of fortuitous, huh?
Yeah.
Get that vetted out.
Yeah, and that was also the corner that had probably seen the most abuse out of any of them, because that's the one where when we rolled the Jeep in Mickey's hot tub at EJS, it was all on that one corner. And when we lifted it back over, it was also all in that one corner. So, it had 6,000 pounds of Jeep on
force.
It.
Yeah.
And then, if that was in April or whatever for EJS. So then all those trips we were just talking about survived all of that. And then it finally broke. Wow. And even when it broke, we still drove 5 miles on the Rubicon. And then we decided to make it twice as strong. So
there you go.
It's good. It's a good testament to the design, but still, like, hey, we don't want people to have that situation. Like, it's okay if it happens to us. Not okay if it happens to someone else.
Right. Well, last time we chatted, you were on the podcast. We were talking about King of the Hammers and the gears that you trying out there, and then didn't work, but then you changed it right on the lake bed, 45 minutes in your booth. And back out wheeling. So the same gears, right? That from that event, right? So
yeah. So even the original gears that we've got in the fronts are all still the same. And then the ones we swapped out at Hammers that time, we've been running those ever since, and they've been doing great. So that's what we're ordered in our first order that we just put in, a couple months ago now.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're much more confident. We're happy with those, that we're not breaking anything there.
Right.
Looking good.
Right on. Okay,
yeah,
so
the exciting part
you
about that, yeah.
Oh, go on.
So the exciting part about that now is that we ordered stuff. Like we've got
we're committed.
Yeah, it's happening. We got people that put deposits down. We ordered 15 customers worth of parts, and we're waiting on them to show up at our door at this point.
Wow, that's exciting, man.
And we've got the one that Matt's alluding to is the Jeep early adopters. So that was like the small group that we worked with, and they're kind of like helping us get off the ground. And then immediately after that, we'll have the Toyota early adopters group. So that's going to be another 10 or 15-ish group that we're going to kick off the order in October.
Okay.
So I forgot to mention the first deliveries are going to be end of October, probably looking like November at this point. For those Jeep groups. Yeah. So that's what I was kind of saying at the beginning. We're a company now. We have to deliver product.
Right.
So just a couple months away, or kind of finalizing all the details now. And then, the Toyota group, we're planning on delivering around January-ish. And then in addition to that, so those are these smaller groups, but now we're also opening up orders in a couple weeks on October 1st to pre-orders for regular customers that want to be running portals for our first real batch. So it's pretty exciting to go from this test phase to keep saying we're a company.
It's a whole nother ball of wax, right? I mean, you guys have been working tirelessly behind the scenes, and obviously the testing and late nights of like, okay, how are we doing that? Okay, now we got to place this order. Now we're building these boxes. Now we got to deliver these orders. Now you're going to need a tech line. So, Matt, 24 hours, your phone, you have a special Portal Pros red phone by your bed, like the bat phone.
And it just picks up and forwards straight to Scott's phone.
No.
Which then goes to the Wheeling Wine and Whiskey voicemail.
I was going to say, end up putting it into the voicemail. We'll get to them eventually.
So that's a giant black hole.
You'd be better contracting some phone company in India or something to tech line.
Wow.
now we've been joking because we still don't have a shop. We're just using our garages. So now my garage is the quote unquote R&D shop, and then Matt's garage is turning into the assembly shop.
Assembly,
so
okay.
Yeah, he's moving stuff out of there. He's setting up tables so we have enough space to do all the assembly. And then we've been buying, like the minimum equipment we need to assemble these things. So like we got an electric hydraulic press so we can press in the bearings faster.
Nice.
I don't know. We've got some like organization drawers that we've got to fill stuff up with hardware and whatnot. So yeah.
That's cool. Well, I mean, you got to keep overhead low, right? Starting out and figure things out. I mean, we did the same thing with our business. You're just trying to keep overhead at a minimal, but yet not compromise, product, services, whatever. But yeah, it's tough. I mean, especially space in Silicon Valley is not cheap for warehouses. Yeah. So
as much as I really want that CNC machine in the garage, keeping the overhead low right now is the ticket for sure.
Right. Exactly. Gosh. Well, that's exciting stuff, guys. But yeah, it's been fun being on this journey with you guys and documenting it and watching it unfold, the good, the bad, the ugly, all that stuff. And here we are getting ready to launch this. This is exciting, man. Exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Matt.
It's super cool. And to Chris's point earlier, getting the product out there and showing it off, like it's been us for the last year trying to show it off to everybody. And now it's like, come October, November, it's going to be like, there's going to be other people out in the world that we might just see on the trail that have our product. And
that's pretty cool.
It's going to be so cool to see that when it inevitably comes,
Yeah. So with the all the engineering calculations and stuff, I mean, you had to test your Cal Poly knowledge when you're figuring out all the torques for the Toyotas. If you're building these things for Toyotas with 14 transfer cases, man, that's.
Well, it's the Cal Poly motto, right? Learn by doing.
That's right. Learning by doing.
So yeah.
It's learn by breaking stuff.
Learn by breaking, learn by fixing, learn by let's re-engineer this thing and figure it out. But yeah, that real world testing is absolutely essential. And again, we said it on the last podcast, but we love your transparency. And I know that everybody that I've talked to is like, oh, Portal Pros are out wheeling and breaking shit again and figuring it out. But I mean, that's awesome though, right? Because you guys been, you're building that, this great company that is totally transparent, and people love that transparency and not like what's going on behind closed doors. And oh yeah, we're gonna sweep this under the rug like some other companies have done in the past. So keep doing what you're doing. That's good.
Hit the garage door opener. The door goes up, and there's these two guys in there banging and clanging and assembling It's not some bunch of little laborers in there. It's probably both of you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably be calling for volunteers at some point.
You guys
bearings in and stuff.
You guys should sign these portals that you're assembling, because they're going to be worth something someday. Like, hey, I got some of the original assembled portals in Matt's garage.
Yeah,
like the original Apple II computers that were built by Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs.
Exactly, out of their garage. Exactly.
Yeah, let's hope we get there. That's pretty. I mean, we are having trouble thinking past like 6 months from now.
Yeah,
like, even like 2 months from now, we're like, especially now, it's like that November timeline.
Yeah,
that's once we hit that, I think we'll be feeling a little bit better. Not better. We're not feeling bad, but like it's a big thing that we got to get to, and we got to execute on it very well. And then from there, then we'll be thinking, okay, what's the next thing or whatever. But it's definitely hanging on our minds.
So I got a question for you. Are you hand stamping the serial numbers in there, or is this laser etched, or are they machined in, or what's the serial number deal? So the 001 or 0001 portal.
That's going to be pretty by hand at this point.
Yeah.
When we assemble them, we'll be all right. Here's the first one we assembled.
Here we go.
Put a stamp on it.
Be like Fred Flintstone at the rock quarry. Tink, tink, tink. Okay. All right. Perfect. I love it. Love it.
A little easier to do when we're doing when we've got 10 sets or 15 sets in the beginning or whatever, and by the time we're doing 100, it'll be like, all right, automate this away.
Yeah.
So you've had the early adopters obviously jump on board and showing a lot of enthusiasm for the product. What's your feel for the reception or the acceptance or whatever you want to call it for the regular customers that are hopefully waiting in line once you open up the 800 number or the website on October 1? What kind of verbal commitments do you think?
Kind of the golden question, right? Like we've been having a ton of conversations at all these events with everybody, and the response in general has been very positive. I would say everyone is starting to understand what the benefits of portals are, and they're excited about our product specifically for a lot of reasons. And it's just, at the same time, we don't know how much that's going to convert, right? We definitely know the early adopters are bought in and they're in for it. And since those people have kind of locked in their interest, it's been 6 months of us just going to events and kind of doing the rounds and talking to people, getting the excitement going, but we haven't materialize any of that yet. So it's going to be kind of an unknown until we open this up on October 1st for our deposits to say, we have a list of, 500-600 people on our email list, but who knows? We're going to see if that turns into 500 sales or if that's 50 sales or 6 or whatever. We're planning for a lot, but it's hopes and dreams right now.
Right. Exactly.
Well, let's say that you do get the best case scenario and you're looking at, anywhere between 60 and 500 orders. I mean, how does that scale and what do you think the lead times would become worst case scenario?
Yeah, I mean, we're expecting we can scale pretty well because of the suppliers that we've been working with through all of this. We know from the beginning, we set out and said, hey, we need to be able to ramp up quickly to 500 or 1,000 sets a year if we get to that point. So we kind of just been planning that from the beginning. We'd like to get there. So best case or worst case, however you want to look at it, we should have the ability to get all the parts in. It's whether then we got to look at like, all right, it all comes here and we still got to assemble it, which means we're ramping up of hiring of people and support. We've got a ton of friends and family that are kind of bought in to help us. Mm-hmm. So I think we can kind of fill the gap for a little while, but eventually, like if that some order size like that comes in where we're in the 300 plus, it's about finding a way to sustainably grow the business from a people perspective, right? Getting the right people in and having that level of support as quickly as we can while our family and friends kind of fill the gap in the middle.
Right.
Right. Fortunately, we come from families and friends that are all engineers and techs and stuff like that have done things like this before, so I know we can lean on them a little bit for sure.
Cool.
I know you probably mentioned it in previous episode. What is how much does a single assembled assembly weigh, and would a pair go in one box, or is it going to be like 4 boxes for a vehicle, or how's that going to go?
Go ahead, Scott.
Yeah, they're about 50, 55 pounds a corner. So it's probably going to end up being 4 boxes plus, 5 boxes. So 4 portals and then another box with the axle shafts, because those are just a completely different shape. But yeah, actually, I was just thinking, as you said, 500 orders. So that would be 2,000 portals. I don't know where we would put all those if we got an order like that.
Next time we talk to you guys, there'll be boxes stacked up behind you.
Yeah. The R&D shop is actually now just a storage facility,
Right.
Like, I just texted Matt a picture this morning of all the oil that we ordered, because we're sending 2 quarts of oil to every customer. It's like this huge box of oil, but that's only 10 customers worth.
Wow.
Yeah.
It becomes. Go ahead.
So we ordered all the parking brake calipers too, and all that stuff, because we shipped that as part of the package. And it's like my wife was home, and like 8 Willwood boxes show up out front that are like 2 foot by 2 foot. Like, all right, put them in the garage.
It becomes tangible at that point, right? Like you knew this was coming, but then you would to physically see the product coming in. It's like, holy crap.
Yeah. We've got 15 customers of pallets of parts showing up. That's going to be already a lot. Thinking of 500, it's like it's going to be insane.
Amazing.
Well, as we said, it's a good problem to have, and hopefully that's the way the wind blows, and everything's going to be great.
Well, here's the analogy, guys. You're doing the Rubicon, you're in first gear, low range, just cruising. Now you're throttling up to fourth gear and overdrive, going over the Rubicon. So, buckle up, man. This is a fun ride.
Yeah, so better put our bypasses on.
Yeah. Let's say we're soon going to have the 22RE rev limiter noises going.
There you go. Perfect. That's
all
great.
The squirrel power in the whole garage.
There it is. There it is. That's what it's going to be like. Well, shoot. Chris is going to have to make a trip down there with a good whiskey bottle to keep you guys going. Keep the fires lit.
We'll put you to work.
I might be able to do that. I might be able to do that on my day off.
He can spin wrenches. Yeah.
We were actually talking to Ultra 4 Jones about some other stuff he was helping us out with and some work we might do with him. But he was like, hey, I'd be happy to come up and help you guys out and, come by the shop and help you assemble stuff. And I was like, the shop's just the garage. It's right here. You're definitely welcome to come, but it is still just a 2-car garage.
That's perfect.
At my house in the suburbs of San Jose.
That'd be great. As long as he doesn't have to run an angle grinder, you guys are good.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, sorry. Too soon?
Yeah, just a bit. Not only an angle grinder, and then he smashed it on trail up at Shaver. Not Shaver.
I talked to him today. So yeah, that's good. Sorry, had to get my dig in. Sorry, Kevin. Sorry. Anyway, well, that's cool. But that's Kevin. He'll drive across country to help people out. So helped out Aaron Smith, and it's great, good stuff.
Yeah,
Rodney Muller would be another one too that you need to call on. He can work his portal prices off or something. For the next 16 years for you guys. Build assembling portals.
Yeah. How many bearings you have to press in for a free set of portals?
Right.
All of them.
All of them.
We can do that math, I think.
Exactly. We have a calc for that. So, okay, parts are showing up. Assembly lines getting put together in the garage. The robotic state-of-the-art assembly line.
Right here.
It is, exactly. So what's your sleeping arrangements like? Are you going to throw a couple cots in the garage there for Scott?
Well, thankfully I'm only like 15 minutes away.
Okay,
so it's actually just.
All right. I didn't know how close you guys were.
It's a better commute than regular work.
There you go.
That's true. Yeah, it's definitely
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah, for sure.
What's actually going to be funny is Matt's wife is going to get sick of me very quickly. So, hey, I need some more water. Can I come in? I'm just covered in oil or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Just get. Not that she's too unfamiliar with that from all the projects that we've done in Matt's garage at other points, but might get old after a little while.
Can you make me a sandwich? Yeah. It's going to be like a catering kitchen there. She's going to be like, what the hell's going on here? Ordering pizza for the third night in a row?
Yeah, he'll be sleeping on the couch at that point. Yeah, I will be actually.
Yeah.
Right. Which end of the couch you want?
Hey, there you go. Well, then the spot in the bed's available, Scott. So there you go.
Whoa!
Hey!
Whoa.
Wow. And you guys still have your day jobs too, right?
Matt does. My situation keeps getting better and better. I'm now basically completely transitioned to being a consultant for this one company. So I work a couple times a week. Now I'm actually pretty much focused on Portal Pros, which is
cool.
Good. Yeah, it's a good transition. I mean, that's kind of how I enabled or doing all these trips on the Rubicon during the week and whatever. So
sure,
definitely wouldn't have been able to do that if I was actually working a regular job at this point.
That's why I missed out on all of them.
Yeah.
Just sitting at work, twiddling my thumbs.
Matt's FOMOing out at work.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, try not to be too much of a dick while I was there. I'd be updating.
Were you?
This is
Were you?
Hey Matt, yeah, greatest time of my life. Anyway, I was thinking we could post this on Instagram.
Wow.
Living vicariously through the internet here.
Right. The other thing that was funny is, while we're especially the last like month or two, when we're getting closer to placing the order and we're finalizing our pricing with our suppliers and designs and approving drawings and whatever, we're out there on some of these trips and I'm busting my laptop out and like, okay, yeah, we need to agree on this, whatever, using Starlink while I'm on the Rubicon, or like we're at Jeepers Jamboree, both of us on our laptops, like, sending money or doing this or that or whatever. We're like, what a weird situation. And, thankfully we have Starlink, so that's possible, but it's kind of a weird thing.
The blessing and the curse of Starlink's being connected out in the middle of the Rubicon, but I mean, for you guys, absolutely essential while you're trying to get stuff lined up, parts showing up, so you can start assembling these deals and signing off on everything. You wouldn't be able to do that. You'd be running, back and forth up Cadillac to Tahoe to get service to sign something or make a decision over the phone. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Starlink for the win.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
Daddy Elon,
yeah. Well, now they got you, we knew it was coming, but, you couldn't be inactive anymore. You lose your spot in the line. So, you got to pay the $5 a month to keep things kind of at idle, if you will, with the Starlink. So for Chris and I, we turn ours on at KOH and usually August and October here for Trail Hero coming up. But yeah, it's like 3 months a year that we really utilize that thing. But
yeah, I was expecting when we bought it, I was like, oh, we'll turn it on. We got Jeepers Jamboree coming up. And then it was like, and then I'll turn it off and I'll be off for the winter. And now I keep looking at our schedule and it's like, oh, I turned it on for August, and I kept it on for September because we were doing this, and then I'll keep it on for October because we're going to be a Trail Hero, and then maybe I'll keep it on November if we go snow wheeling.
Yep.
It's like, all right, I guess I'm just going to keep this thing on for
full boat now. Business expense. But and then they get you if you turn it on like it used to be. It is 30 days if you turn it on and turn it off, but you got to look and see when your day starts. So like me, it's the first of the month. So if I turn it on at the end of a month, I'm prorating those days plus what we need for, KOH.
Right.
And anyways, they get you coming and going. It's all part of
that goes into the, running a business and keeping your expenses in check. Cause as you guys are very well aware, make it or break it if you don't keep an eye on your expenses. So
easily justifiable for you guys. I mean, how much fuel would it cost to go get cell reception out of the Rubicon, or you're not even getting to go on the Rubicon and testing because, you got to stay by a phone or internet.
And you look at the
game changer.
You look at the line item in the budget for the Starlink and it's, $50 a month or whatever. And then it's like, okay, next to here's $50,000 of portal parts that we had to order.
Right.
And, all right. The $50 is pretty easy to justify.
So you did have the investors, your early adopters, you call them, that, you got some funds there, but if you're willing to share, I mean, because starting up a business obviously is not cheap, and there's a lot of upfront money before you realize any profit at all. You got some angel investors. You're mortgaging the house. What's the financial there?
You're looking at the angel investors here, like the early adopters. Even we, for the most part, like we dropped the cost for them down to what our cost is almost. Okay. So we're not really making any money. It's more just like we want to get the word out. We want to make sure that they're happy. We're happy. We want to get everything out of it that we can and get them out there. So. Yeah, it's mostly from the beginning till now has been us funding it with our, money you funnel out of a 401k or a separate investment, et cetera. We're finally at the point where we're like, okay, if we want to grow, either it's early deposits, which we're looking at, but also, loans and stuff to keep it. We're trying to keep it all our own investment, I guess.
Right.
And to kind of take that risk to get to the next level without having to give up half the equity in the business, et cetera. So
sure.
It's been a challenge.
Shark Tank.
Yeah.
I can see. There should be a 4-wheel drive version of Shark Tank. It could be like Cody Wagner, Let's see. That's gonna be
Cheyenne Campbell.
Here's your Mount Rushmore of off-road investors.
Absolutely. Get some of those big money guys up there, and Brassanini.
Gomez Brothers.
Gomez Brothers would be great. Get them on there.
You're out of here.
How good or stupid your idea is. That would be good. This could be something good we can come up with here on YouTube.
Right, right.
We've been very fortunate though to be able to do this. I mean, it like you said, takes quite a lot. But I think our first prototype was something like $60,000 or $70,000 for the first parts that we got.
Yeah,
that's right off the top. Is like, oh, that was more than we anticipated the whole thing was going to be.
Right.
Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I mean, talking about having skin in the game. Holy hell.
Yeah.
And Jason and I are worried about buying a $600 mixing board.
Yeah. We just had $100 mic go out, so it's like, oh shit, that's it. We're not eating this month.
We're having
hopefully the
GoFundMe is going up.
Hopefully the ORI on our investment here will be better than the microphone. So
right. Exactly.
Sure.
No, that's it, man. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, and you guys have definitely done your due diligence. So you guys are on the right track. Figure it out.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to seeing them on the trail for sure. Just go ahead, Jason.
No, I was just going to say it's going to be exciting to see other people with them out on the trail.
Absolutely.
So there might be people at Hammers with them, right?
There should be.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So with the stuff coming out in, basically, a month and a half, seeing it in the wild, what are we looking at, or what are you guys going to be doing for warranty if we haven't covered that before?
So for the early adopters, we're basically saying like everything, don't even worry about it. You got a problem, call us up, we're replacing it. We're still trying to decide, which actually, I guess we need to decide that in the next couple of weeks here, what our warranty is going to look like. But I think what we're going to do, generally speaking, is things like gears and shafts, mounting. Like it's going to be maybe not lifetime, but like a significant time, 5 year, 10 years, something like that. Probably certainly the mounting, I don't think we have any real qualms with. If someone rips a portal off, we should probably just be replacing that part.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably something like that. And then gears, the scary thing about putting a lifetime warranty on something like that is then people might have a little bit of a different attitude or a different approach on their driving on how they're going to treat these things. So,
right.
Yeah, but I think we'll, certainly like a couple of years, maybe 5 years, something like that. And then things like bearings, seals, that'll be covered under that shorter time. But like
wear items
after 20 years, if those things are still going, the bearings might wear out,
Sure.
So.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
You guys going to be at Trail Hero?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Matt too, huh?
Yeah, I'm making it. Got to use that PTO somewhere.
There you go. Cool.
Hopefully it's not as hot as last time.
Oh God. Yeah, we're all saying that. We're all saying, watch, it's going to be cold this time or something. We're going to be wishing it was hot. Who knows?
Every year is different. It's been a mild summer, so you never know. Yeah,
typically the weather that time of the year down there is awesome, but this last year it was smoking hot. But yeah.
Well, then the other thing there we're looking forward to is last year we had a booth, but we weren't with the rest of the vendors.
Right.
We were like kind of off to the side. They were kind of throwing people everywhere because they didn't have enough room for everyone.
Right.
So this year they're going to whatever the expo center is, or
the Washington Fairgrounds. So you got plenty of room this year.
Yeah, so we'll be actually included in the vendor show, which will be better for us.
I hope the foot traffic is there, and I know they've struggled over the years with different and trying different things. Obviously, this is their 10-year anniversary, but there are a lot of people staying at the fairgrounds, but then there's people staying at different spots. So hopefully the foot traffic's there this year. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like so. Yeah, I think it should, we'll see. Yeah, I guess, but you do have to make an intentional choice. But at the same time, that is where all the runs stage out of still. So
right,
you're going to be going there, you're going to be seeing it. You might see one vendor you're interested, whatever. So yeah, I think it should be good for us.
Yeah, you're gonna. I know a lot of the buggy guys are staying at the resort, Sand Hollow Resort, and the Sand Pit Campgrounds where we're at. I do have a site at Washington as well. But we'll see how this works out because sticky tires and spools don't agree with asphalt very well. It's a bad combo.
Come back home with bald tires.
Yeah, especially I got brand new tires. I'm not driving on the freaking street for 10 miles. But anyways,
we'll definitely have to hit some trails together. That'll be pretty sweet.
I was going to say,
a chance, yeah.
let's connect and do some trails, and we'll get together out there, and that'll be fun.
And we're also. I talked to Jesse Haynes on the phone a few weeks ago, and he's, I guess, building a new rig to bring out there to show off. And so I was like, okay, us Portal guys, we got to go hang out, do some trails together. So
right on. That's cool.
He's kind of improving on his, what was it, an LJ build? He's doing a different one, but I don't know if he's announced it or anything. But sounds like it's going to be pretty sick. So definitely want to go hang out with him. He's obviously kind of a legend in the wheeling space. And then also within bringing portals to the, off-roading, or I don't know, certainly the competition space.
So you guys have a good relationship with him, and it's not like, oh, you're my competition and,
Well, that was the first time we'd ever talked. I just reached out. I was like, hey, man, went on his website, like, hey, to contact us. Hey, wanted to chat with you, whatever. Yeah. And so that's how it started. But I talking on the phone, he's kind of, more in the comp space.
Oh, yeah, competition,
we're certainly
extreme.
Not at this point. Yeah. So there's maybe a little bit of overlap, but I mean, even if there was, it doesn't, it's not like it matters. We're here to go off-roading, have a good time, and hopefully sell portals and, build the industry up.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. I think at this point we're still in that like rising tide raises all ships kind of thing, because like portals just haven't made their way into everything. It's not like you've got 16 different tire suppliers or whatever else. It's like, there's not that many of us and not many people have portals. So we're it's more about like teaching people what a portal is and why they need it than fighting over who gets, a piece of the market share or whatever,
Well, and you're making portables. I'm not even drinking. Portals affordable again. I tried to see. You could call them portables.
Portals for the
affordable portables.
Portals for the everyman.
Portables.
Portals for the people. That's right.
Portals for the people. Exactly that. Because you guys did that analogy of like, or the comparison, you buy portals and then all the benefits that you get. If you were to do that to modify your rig without portals, it was significantly more money.
Yeah. And actually, so we just recorded a podcast with
what? I thought we were the only podcast.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just kidding.
We didn't talk too much trash about you guys. No.
Perfect.
Wow. But they wanted us on to do a exactly that, like a deep dive on if you're going to build a rig with portals versus traditional, whatever. So I had done a bunch of research, whatever, looking up lift kits and this, how much the axles cost and whatever. So did a pretty good deep dive there. And then we have a blog post that's going to go up too on our website to showing all the information that we talked about. So if you want to sit there and criticize us for being biased towards portals, fair enough.
Yeah.
I think we gave it a fair shake, but
the numbers are there. That's cool.
Yeah. Really so depending on how you build it, like if you're going on the more mild end, $15,000 is probably going to be a lot for you. But if you're thinking about going to 40s at some point, it's a pretty price competitive option. In addition to being obviously a high performance modification.
Yeah. Getting that gearing reduction as well.
Oh yeah, and driving like you don't have to pay attention to lines or anything.
Yeah. Being able to drive on 31s on the Rubicon and not dip on the Rubicon.
Yeah, exactly. Way to bring it back.
Yeah. That was actually pretty cool driving. We did the run on Jeepers Jamboree with, the 500 people or whatever it was, kind of intentionally to just like jump in the line and be able to talk to people. Like normally we're like, as a rec wheeler, I'm more of like, I'm going to avoid the crowd. I'm just going to go with our group of 3 or 4, but this was more like, the whole crew or the whole group is here. A lot of them are new to this. They haven't done it as much. And even the veterans, like it's fun to just be part of the group. So we just rolled in the middle of Jeepers Jamboree and sat in line and did the whole thing. But it was a few times we were behind other rigs and I drove most of it. We were behind other rigs on 37s or 40s, just on stock axles on 37s and stuff. and they're weaving their way around the trail and going around every rock and putting tires on everything. And I'm literally just driving in a straight line, like going down big sluice, and the guy in front of us just weaving in between everything. And I was like, I think I could honestly just let go of the wheel and it'll just go. And
so that's another marketing thing you could do there. You save your steering. You don't wear out your ball joints or your overexert your power steering pump or any of that stuff. You just go straight.
Which it sounds like it just makes everything easier, which it does make it easier, but also in our case gets us into more shit, as you guys know. Like, well, it's easier to get through this. I might as well do the harder thing. Let's go do it.
Well, my favorite too from Jeepers Jamboree was all the spotters. Like every 50, 100 yards, whatever, there's spotters for all the main obstacles. And I think it was in the Gatekeeper, like the first or second section. And Matt's driving up, and whoever was spotting was telling him, you got to go driver. You got to go driver. You're going to get stuck. Do you see the scrapes on the rocks? That's where your diff's going to get stuck. And Matt's like, and drives straight
no, it's fine.
You see my portals? Take a look at my portals.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good story.
Awesome.
I love it. Right on. You guys got, we could go on and on, but the launch of these bad boys out in the wild, going from seeing a plastic play school portal at King of the Hammers a couple years ago to seeing the actual, metal badass portal at Sierra Trek this year, and then now getting ready to just launch them out in the market and have people wheel on them. Pretty cool process here, guys. Pretty cool story to tell.
Absolutely.
Pretty awesome. Pretty exciting for us, for sure.
Yeah.
You guys got your bottles of champagne ready to rock and roll, or what?
Actually, I do have the one still from the first day we drove, sitting on one of the shelves in my garage, 8/24/24. So yeah, here we are about a year later, and we're in production. So it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. We'll have another one for first boxed up delivery, ready to ship.
There you go.
Hand it off to UPS and go, all right, you can drink now.
Well, we're rooting for you. Best of success for you guys. If you need any help, I'll see what I can do, but definitely call Rodney or Kevin Jones first.
Yeah.
We'll call you to bring the whiskey, and we can all sit around and.
Yeah,
I can handle that part for sure.
Chris can.
We'll need the latte machine, to keep us going.
The latte machine, get caffeine, and then Chris will have the celebratory drink there, the whiskey. So
you got it.
We will contribute. We give till it hurts here. So that's Chris's contribution.
You guys want to shout out your how people can connect with you, what your website is, what your IGs are, or whatever?
Sure. Yeah, we're portal_pros on Instagram. Our website is portalprosoffroad.com. We've got a bunch of info on there. The order page is all going to be up October 1st. You can actually go on and put a deposit down and join the line. And then there's all the contact infos on our website, but it's Matt at Portal Pros Offroad and Scott at portalprosoffroad.com. And then we also have the YouTube page up. We've started putting up shorts for the first time. So we've gotten, long form YouTube videos, putting the shorts in and doing the whole thing. So definitely a lot of content we've started to put up on the YouTube for sure.
As long as you guys keep the shorts on.
Yeah.
Pay extra for that.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's on the other page.
only portals page. Only portals.
Oh no.
So 3 weeks from today, guys, which we will be a Trail Hero, which is scary in itself. I got so much to do, not as much as you guys, but 3 weeks from today, yes, you come by my camp and we'll have some whiskey and launch this page here. We could even do a little IG or a little short there for a little reel. How about that?
Perfect.
This is awesome.
It's making me nervous right now. God.
I know. I'm getting nervous for you guys. I'm nervous for you guys.
Shot of whiskey to take the edge off. Take the edge off. All right, fellas. Well, super stuff. We're rooting for you. Hope best of luck, and let's make this happen.
Let's do it. Go to Portal Pros. Get that order form going. October 1st, you can order.
Okay, that's Matt and Scott from Portal Pros. If you want to get a hold of Jason or me, I'm Chris at wheelingwinewhiskey.com. He's Jason at wheelingwinewhiskey.com. You can also catch us on the IG at Wheeling Wine and Whiskey. Don't forget about our voicemail line, which we keep saying we'll get to. You know what? I'm not going to say it.
No, don't even say it. Don't even say it because it's going to turn into the Portal Pros tech line here too. So it'll be good.
Better be careful.
So then also our website, wheelingwinewhiskey.com, which you can go there and see our merch links and all the other links to past episodes and so forth and so on. And of course, this episode, there'll be in the show notes links to Portal Pros. And all that other information for them. And then last but not least, Irate 4x4, which is a great supporter of the off-road world. And I'm sure there'll be some conversation about Portal Pros on Irate. So check it out. Check it out. Absolutely. Check it out. Yeehaw. What else? Anything else?
Is that, we cover everything, guys?
Yeah, I think so.
You got work to do. You guys got to get back to work. It's still early.
Yeah.
It's still daylight. You guys got work to do.
That's right. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for being on, guys. And with that, Chris,
we're out.